David Kishore and his father spent the next few days immersed in the routines of the ashram. They attended talks by learned devotees, participated in Nagar Sankirtans, and volunteered in the canteens after Samadhi darshan. We rejoined the trio in the canteen when they arrived to help wash dishes.
Oh, it's Mr. Sevadan from our first day here. We better maintain silence.
Boys, that's not nice.
Madam, please help me wash these dishes, wipe them, and stack them over here. Thank you.
This has been the best 2 weeks of my entire life. I am going to ask my parents to move to Patti. My dad never does the dishes at home. I would love to see him work here every day.
Yes, it has been amazing. I really wish we didn't have to leave tomorrow.
Oh, what happened, Kishore? Are you okay? Oh, it's just that you cannot believe that our time in Patti is over. And he's upset that Swami hasn't appeared to him yet.
Madam, I don't mean to intrude on your conversation, but why is your son not talking anymore? I remember he wouldn't stop talking.
He is upset that Swami has not acknowledged him since we came to Patti. And as a penance, he has vowed not to speak till Swami speaks to him.
He wants Swami to appear to him, not just be with him.
Okay. So, you are in the battle of wills with Swami. We have all done that at some point. I admire your faith in Swami during these testing times.
Sir, my son Kishore has been especially affected by Swami's passing. Do you have any advice on how he can deal with it?
We all have our different ways of dealing with it. I have heard people who have been in Bhakti for many years say that to them it is just as if Swami has left to Kodaikanal for an extended stay. Others who have not been physically close to Swami feel like nothing has changed, as their internal connection to him is as strong as ever.
And how about you? How have you dealt with Swami's passing?
Me? Oh, I know that Swami hasn't left us. He is merely leading the way and waiting for us to follow him. So, I have resolved that I will follow the path back to Swami as soon as possible.
But how will you do that?
I am doing it right now. We all are. By doing Swami's work. I believe by serving my fellow men, I am treading on the path leading back to Swami. After all, Swami has always said that the quickest path to God is through service. That was his most basic message.
Yes, I know the saying. What is it? Hand service is better than lip service?
Actually, the saying is, hands that serve are healthier than lips that pray.
Oh, right.
But it's okay. You got the gist of it.
David, could you translate, please?
Of course. Sorry. He said,
Sir, I have been begging Swami to tell me the purpose of my life for so long now, but he won't answer. Why is he ignoring me? I feel so lost and confused.
question. What is next?
What?
I believe the answer is Sarupyam. You see, the first step was Sarupyam. That is, we were in the same kingdom as the Lord. The next step was Samipyam. That is, we enjoy his proximity and interactions. The final stage then is Sarupyam, or to become like the Lord. From standing at the Lord's gate like a watchman, we become the Lord himself. And that's why we wash dishes. Because, you see, it's the Lord's work.
Speaking of which, it looks like the dishes are done. Thank you, dear sir, for your divine words. Listening to you, it feels as if Swami himself.
Later that night, Kishore climbed into bed with his latest letter to Swami under his pillow. He felt uplifted by the wise words of the Sevadam and, for the first time in days, felt the storm of questions in his mind subside. The cool breeze wafting in through the open window soon put Kishore to sleep. This was the moment that the Lord's side had been waiting for, and thus began, in Kishore's subconscious mind, the Leela that he had been waiting, hoping, waiting for.
Hey, Dad. Yes, Kishore. What is it? This is it, Dad. This is the moment I've been waiting for. It's the moment of truth. And I've written a letter to Swami. That's good, Kishore. I hope Swami accepts it. But don't be upset if he doesn't. Just be grateful you're having his darshan. Uncle, where is Swami? It's almost 4 o'clock. Should he be here by now?
Sairam, please maintain silence. Swami is here. Darshan is about to begin.
A hush falls over the devotees gathered in the hall. Kishore bends forward, straining to catch a glimpse of an orange robe. Sure enough, a speck of orange appears in the distance and steadily grows in size as Swami makes his way through the ladies' side, serene as ever. From a distance, it appears as though Swami is floating along a few inches off the ground. A warm breeze blows through the hall, pushing Swami's luscious halo of hair off to one side. As devotees lean forward, trying to get even a few inches closer, it appears as if Swami is pulling them towards him with his magnetic field of love. Kishore watches Swami making his way towards the men's side, occasionally raising his palm in blessing, and to Kishore's delight, on several occasions reaching out for letters. Kishore's mind races with questions, but his heart appears to be filling up with love. It threatens to soon spill over and quell the doubts and fears in his mind. As Swami nears Kishore and his father, they implore to Swami with their hands. Swami glances at Kishore, and their eyes meet for but a second, and then he moves on. Kishore feels himself become oddly numb, almost detached detached from himself. His hearing seems dull and muted, and his vision blurry. Then, all of a sudden, he is brought crashing out of his reverie as David agitatedly calls to Kishore.
Hey Kishore! Kishore? Look! Swami is asking the Sevanar to set up a table. And he's calling Professor Anil Kapoor.
Why, David?
Oh, sorry. I think Swami is going to give a lecture.
Discourse, David.
This is amazing. I'm going to see Swami talk in person.
Saram, silence please.
The crowd goes quiet in anticipation of Swami's discourse. As Kishore listens, he knows that his prayers are finally being answered. As far as he's concerned, this is his moment with Swami.
Embodiments of love. Nirgunam, Niranjanam, Sanatanam, Niketanam, Nitya Buddha Mukta, Nirmala Swarupinam. The divinity is attributeless, formless, immortal, nectarless, unpolluted, and pure. Harihara Yuddhakuradu, Bhavaditadu. Harihara are beyond our comprehension, understanding. Idi Bhautikamaina Bhavamuto Bhavistunnadu. We assume a specific form because of our own imagination. Nijamuga Shiva Vishnuలకు రూపములు లేవు. But truly speaking, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, they are formless. అయితే అప్పుడప్పుడు శరీరం ధరించినప్పుడు ఆ శరీరాన్ని మనం ఆశించటము, పూజించటము, స్మరించటము అది సత్యమే. However, it's quite true to our experience when God takes upon himself a definite form and a vesture. We respect, adore and worship. శరీరంలో కొంతకాలం ఉంటుంటాయి. Bodies stay for a certain period of time. తదుపరి అనేక రూపములు ధరిస్తూ ఉంటాయి. Later it goes on changing its forms. ఇప్పుడు ఈ శరీరం కూడా ఉన్నది. Your body. ఈ శరీరంలో వచ్చినప్పుడు ఎన్నో మార్పులు చెందుతుంటాయి. Because of the body, the vesture, it goes on transforming, changing. ఇది ఇంకా కొంతకాలంలో ఈ శరీరం మీకు కనిపించకుండా పోవచ్చు. After some time, you may not see the body. కానీ మీరు అప్పుడు బాధపడటము సహజం కాదు. Then it should not be your nature to feel sad when you miss the body. తన స్వస్థానంలో తాను చేరుకున్నప్పుడు మీరు ఆనందించవలసిందే కానీ బాధపడకూడదు. When the divinity is in its true nature, it's time for you to feel blissful and happy. Day and night. Day and night. Night and day. Night and day. ఎప్పుడు కూడా ప్రేమ ఒకటిగానే ఉండాలి. How should remain as it is, changeless. అందువల్ల మనం ఎప్పుడు నిరంతరం కూడా లవ్ ఆల్, సర్వ్ ఆల్. Bhagavan wants us to love all, serve all continuously. అవి రెండు మనం భద్రంగా పెట్టుకోవాలి. Preserve them, safeguard them, uphold them. అందరికి సంతోషంగా ఉందా? Are you all happy? Be always happy, happy, happy.
returned to their room after another Sankalpa and began packing their bags. But Kishore is nowhere to be seen.
I wonder where Kishore is. He was fast asleep in the morning when we left.
Dude, Dad,
Where have you guys been all morning? I've been searching high and low. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I have something amazing to tell you. I had a dream of Swami last night. Wait, no, it was a vision. We were all there, even Mr. Sevadar. Swami was so beautiful. We had his darshan just like in the videos back home. And at the end, he even gave a discourse.
Kishore, are you sure it wasn't just a dream?
No, uncle, it must have been real. After all, he's talking now, isn't he? After 2 weeks.
Yes, Einstein, thank you. And I'm sure it wasn't a dream. Because this morning, when I woke up, my letter was gone from under my pillow. Yeah, but that's not even the best part. When Swami walked past me, our eyes met for a second. And suddenly, everything became clear to me. I realized that 4 years ago, when Swami said, Kishore, you must come to me and be with me. He didn't mean literally move to Bharti. He meant come into the Sai fold and embrace him in my life. And when he said, I have word for you, he didn't mean here in the ashram, but out in the world, carrying out his mission of service, spreading his love, and living up to his declaration that my life is his message.
See, I told you, Swami is the only one capable of dealing with you. There is no way uncle and I could have taught you all of that.
Hey Dad, can we sing that one bhajan together before we leave?
Which one, son?
Swami, take my hand.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Swami will love it too.
What a beautiful play that was, and what a beautiful message it was. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the characters. Can we have David Sitaram? ధన్యవాదాలు